Well, we are live. I want to say that I once had the number one rated show, the number one conservative rated show on BTR. Some people will deny this, but numbers do not lie. And I think I'll start us off with a song that kind of commemorates some of the things that were happening on BlogTalk Radio at the time with 4chan and Rocknet and the other characters. It doesn't have all the characters in there, but it has some of them. And this is kind of a fun song that I will begin to play with, and then I will play something a little bit more serious at the end of the show. But BlogTalk Radio is no more. Or on January 31st, BlogTalk Radio is no more. We may have the president of BlogTalk Radio joining us, but he has been hard to get in contact. Or of BTR, not BlogTalk Radio, BTR, the president of BTR. And he may be getting in contact with us any moment, any time, any day. And I want to remind people that I had the number one conservative show on BTR. People may not believe this, but it happened, and it was there, and many people knew it. So here is a little song for the little bit of the drama that went on in BTR, a little fantasy out there for you all. Listen to this puppy.
Shadow twisted side.
All right. So, yes, as of January 31st, Blog Talk, our BTR will be no more. And you know what? I'm still waiting on word from the president of BTR. Even though BTR is going down, it may be merging with another organization. And so we have exciting news, perhaps exciting news for the future of BTR. You might be amazed. And we had so many different characters on this thing. So I'm going to play, you know what? I'm going to play another song here. And this is called, because this was like what BTR was going through, MAGA Civil War. And I'm just going to play this right now. Well, I do a little bit more research on the subject, but let's go on to this real quick, and then I'll catch back with you.
Elon's rockets reaching stars. Vivek's ideas changing bars. Tech giants call for open doors. Who fights next in this grand tour? In the streets they shout and scream, dreams of silicon gleam and team. MAGA crowd holds up their signs, watch the battle, read the lines. Visas bound to bend and sway. Who gets in and who must stay? Protests weaving through the noise. Echoes clash like shouting boys. In the streets they shout and scream, dreams of silicon gleam and team. MAGA crowd holds up their signs, watch the battle, read the lines. Who'll take the final stand, holding banners, sword in hand, changing tides within the night. Which way flows the future's light? In the streets they shout and scream, dreams of silicon gleam and team. MAGA crowd holds up their signs, watch the battle, read the lines.
All right. So that was MAGA Civil War. And so Blog Talk history, or what I'll call for those of, or what I'll call BTR for those of us with mouths too cheap with whiskey to spit out the full name, started in some godforsaken year when the internet was still a new frontier for every two-bit hustler with a dream and a keyboard. Alan Levy, a former telecom guy who probably got tired of the corporate grind, decided to take a shot at making something out of nothing, just like the rest of us. In 2006, a time when the world was still licking its wounds from the dot-com bust, and here comes Levy with his radio web idea. Not the kind of radio where you need a fancy studio or a voice that could sell snake oil to a snake, but where anyone with a phone and a story could broadcast into the void. Imagine this. You're sitting in your underwear, sipping on a beer that's seen better days, and you can talk to the world. No dress code, no bosses, just your voice and the echo of your own thoughts bouncing back from the digital abyss. That was BTR. That was BTR's pitch. They launched it with a promise that you could create your own show, talk about whatever the hell you wanted. Politics, poetry, the price of a bottle of gin, and people might listen or they might not. But at least you had a platform, a soapbox in cyberspace where the only thing between you and your audience was the quality of your conversation and the background noise of your life. BTR was all about the democratization of the airwaves, giving a voice to the voiceless, the drunks, the poets, the conspiracy theorists, and everyone in between. You didn't need to be a polished broadcaster. You just needed to have something to say. And in the days, say something they did. There were shows on everything from alien abduction to baking cookies, each host a character in the grind, chaotic novel of human existence. They made some cash, too, from ads, but the real currency was the stories, the late-night confessions, the arguments over philosophy, or the next big conspiracy theory. It was raw, it was real, and it was often as ugly and beautiful as life itself. But like all good things, or maybe just like all things, BTR had its wind-up, had its ups and downs. They got investors, the kind of money that makes you think you can change the world or at least keep the lights on. They expanded, added features, made promises, and for a while it seemed like they might just make it, this digital dream of broadcasting. Time passed on. Through the landscape changed. New players came with shinier toys, more bells and whistles. BTR tried to keep up, but it's hard when you're built on an idea of simplicity or giving everyone a chance. The internet is a cruel mistress, always moving on to the next shiny thing. By 2025, BTR was on its last legs, a relic of a time when the web was still wild, when you could be a voice behind the legacy of voices, a cacophony of human experience recorded in the digital ether. BlogTalk Radio was never about changing the world. It was about capturing it in all its sordid, beautiful, mundane glory. It was about the BS world, the ones who knew that sometimes the only way to make sense of life is to talk about it, to broadcast your soul into the night and hope someone out there gets it, even if it's just the echo of your own voice coming back at you. Yes, folks. As I sit here and listen Now, I remember my own show, the number one show. Smoke and Whiskey Confessions, The Drunk Dreamer, The Horny Moron, The Jesus Freak, who was trying to get rid of his meth and porn addiction. Oh, yes. All right. So, you know what? The president of BTR just came in, and I want him to introduce himself, and I will basically, I'm going to get him in here. Mr. President.
Yep. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. You are the president of BTR as of now, and sooner or later it will. Yes, and it will. I hear that maybe it won't end, and there is a merging going around. What?
Right. Thanks for having me on, Brian. I'm Alan Levy. For those of you who do not know me, but I don't know. Did you have any sort of? Were you able to do any background research on my history?
You know what? Just that you started on a dream, like so many others people, like on a whiskey and meth, and
it's a healthy diet for some, but not for all.
Yes. Is there anything new that's going to happen with BTR? Are they merging with anybody? I'm hearing rumors out through the grapevine, through Rocknet, through blonde follicle matter. Is there any?
You know, Brian, I actually had thought something through before, and maybe if I could just.
He has just left the building, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know where he's gone, but he's gone into the ether. So I might just play another song here. He has left us as of now. Don't know why. Don't know how. But he has left us. And I'm going to... And yes. So ladies, if you just bear with me, the whiskey breaths. I have about 8 people listening right now, and they might just have been excited by the president of BTR coming on, but is special guest, are you there?
I'm here, but
Mr. President,
I'm wondering. There we go. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. An amazing crash occurred, but I was just gonna get to, if I had thought some ideas through, and I thought maybe I can just run them by. Just some final thoughts on BlogTalk Radio's final curtain call.
The lights are dimming.
The lights are dimming. Thank you. It's yes. It reminds me a lot of when Steve Martin asked the troubadour lighting people, can you turn down the lights a little bit?
Yes.
It's
virtual speakeasy. You can sit half naked in your own reality, sipping, the worn out beer.
Brian, I have to say, you are no Bukowski, by the way.
I never claimed to be, but I did have the number one show, the number one conservative show on BTR, and I almost became president.
You're right. As someone familiar with Bukowski's work.
Now he's off again. He keeps coming and crashing, just like the monster that he is. Levy, you had disappointed me over the years. By the way, I want to mention that my number one show was taken off the air for exposing a phony baloney. And for that, I was taken off the air. I'm going to play another song here by this song is the Ballad of Judge Holden. He comes from the Meridian, the Blood Meridian, and it was written the book was written, and it might be made into a movie. The book was written by the same gentleman who wrote No Country for Old Men, and this is a little bit of the song. It does sound a little bit like the Hobbit song of the 1970s. I'm going to just play this real quick. Hopefully, Mr. Levy, the president of BTR, will come back because we have some interesting things here. So let's play this real quick.
In the silent desert where shadows creep, there's a man of chaos who never sleeps. With eyes like fire and a heart of stone, Judge Holden walks where fear is sown. He's the arbiter of life and death, no soul escapes his chilling breath. With a silver judge's gavel in hand, he reigns supreme in this savage land. Oh, Judge Holden, he's the lawless king. His name alone makes the brave heart sting. With a wicked grin and an iron fist, in the dust of time he will persist. Men whisper tales of his cruel fate, of blood and bones and endless hate. In the book of darkness he's the ink, a shadow god on the edge's brink. Round campfires glow with trembling might, stories of terror in the endless night. Mysterious figure clad in dread, Judge Holden's legend far and spread. Oh, Judge Holden, he's the lawless king. His name alone makes the brave heart sting. With a wicked grin and an iron fist, in the dust of time he will persist. Judge Holden, he's the lawless king. His name alone makes the brave heart sting. With a wicked grin and an iron fist, in the dust of time he will persist. Men whisper tales of his cruel fate, of blood and bones and endless hate. In the book of darkness he's the ink, a shadow god on the edge's brink.
All right. Mr. Levy has returned and he has something to say. Mr. Levy, do you have a speech you want to give, please?
I do have a speech, and I don't want to bore a single listener, but I'm going to give it a shot. And if I crash, I crash. But that's the second crash for no reason. Here we go. But this is Blog Talk Radio's final curtain. And here we are. I don't know if you heard any of this, Brian, but it's the end of Blog Talk Radio. Do you know that?
Yes, I do. I had the number one show on BTR.
Okay. Well, if you thought that this was a platform that was going to last forever, Brian, I have news for you. You've clearly never been to a circus that was made and held together by bubble gum and good intentions. Am I still not crashed?
You are still on, unlike BlogTalk Radio, which is dying, which I had the number one show.
You did have the number one show. I've, believe it or not, we've had emails about that. I haven't read them personally, but there have been emails about this, and it's true. I know for sure. We both looked this up, and hey,
he has crashed again. There is someone trying to destroy Alan Levy. Who the hell are you to destroy this man? He's been through enough. His dream of a radio show for everyone, for the drunks, the drug addicts, the buffoons, the mentally challenged, and there are lots of them, had their own show. There was a guy by the name of, was his name Bong? KDD? The Bully Master? These were people that lived, and we have him back on. Who knows what is going on? Is this David Fiker?
Listen, I had something prepared, and Scott would relate to it. High Ridge Estates would get it, but apparently nobody wants me to say it, Brian. Nobody wants me to say it.
Are you trying to say that the toilet is clogged at High Ridge Estates? Because I already know.
Listen, when did you start doing this? 12 years ago?
Yeah, it almost seems like 100 years ago, but yeah, only 12. Yeah.
Yes, don't reveal your age. But this is a catastrophe. When I cannot even finish a sentence of my speech, Brian, it's embarrassing.
The toilet is clogged, Mr. Levy.
No comment.
Now, do you want to continue with the speech?
I don't even know where it ended. Oy vey.
Oh, well, you know what? Should I play a song and then you can just go back in your mind where this ended? We were talking about.
What did you hear?
I heard, God, now he's crashed again, and this is what is happening to Mr. Levy. I think 4chan or Rocknet or one of these groups does not like Mr. Levy, President Levy. Shall we play another song? I might just play. This one's called The Madison. Wait a minute. I was going to play another song, but the guest has come back. He is rising from the ashes. Mr. Levy.
I just have a question, Brian. You used to call me a conspiracy theorist.
Well, I mean, some conspiracies are true and some are not.
Fuck you, dude. Come on. Get real.
I'm getting real. And all I know is...
So, dude. I don't think so.
You are, President Levy, you are coming in and out.
I'm not here for a softball questionnaire, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Do you want to give... you want to go...
Brian,
yes.
I don't know if you got this or not, but the minute I start expressing myself via speech, it gets shut down. So why don't you take over, dude?
I apologize for that. Well, it was anybody with a dream.
Yes.
The meth
you
addict.
Never have a CEO call back to you 4 times.
Well, BTR was never about changing the world. It was about capturing its raw poetic essence.
Right.
It was a haven for the BSers out there
There's no more havens, Brian.
I mean, we had the Spam King who recently died, and we don't know whether he's dead yet. His name was Bill Wagner, and the wagon wheel has rolled on many a lawn, and he lived on meth and Pepsi, and maybe a little whiskey. That's what I heard anyway, and also painkillers. But he is still alive in all of us. And wait, he's back, and he leaves and he comes back. Are you Special President
Brian,
Lee?
I am not in pain. Don't get it twisted.
I was talking about Bill Wagner.
Oh, he was for sure. I think I gave him his last $5.
Well, you know what? He needed that $5.
I think it was 3. I lied.
Well, Levy, you are a generous man.
Yes.
I think he surfed on many a couch. There was also a gentleman by the name.
You're so censored. I just want to pick my nose and flick it.
Listen, so many nose pickers. When you were on BTR, Mr. Lee, President Levy, when you were on BTR, you could pick your nose, you could eat it, and you could, yeah. And there was another gentleman by the name of Big Bill who also supposedly died.
He's dead. I can confirm that because I took a shit on.
Big Bill is no longer with us, and then there was another character. Who the hell? Now, I'm going down memory lane to all of these characters. By the way, Marijuana Happy Hour is still around. I don't know if BTR, and now he's gone with us again, gone with the wind. He keeps crashing out. And this is what the president of BTR has had to deal with. And this is one of the reasons why his crappy site is going to be done on the 31st, because he can't even keep the lights on. The lights will be dim. But let's go. I'm hearing rumors that BTR will merge with Meat Spin. Mr. President, what do you say about that? Yes, Meat Spin.
What I say about that is you spin me round, Brian. This is going to happen. Manja.
Yeah. Mr. Solution will be the first spokesman for Meat Spin, along with Beppe, maybe. But
I hope Beppe joins. I know he's grown a third leg, but hopefully he can still manage.
I also hope so too.
Yes.
Mr. President.
Yes.
This has just been really sad days, and really
it has.
It's like your favorite dumpy diner that once gave
like,
you.
Hey man, what's going on? Oh, sorry, we can't talk together anymore.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. It's like that famous that dive restaurant that gave you really bad diarrhea. It's no longer there to give you that.
It's like that guy who was selling ribs out of the back of his friggin' car, and you decided to eat them.
Yes, and then I had nowhere to take a Schnucky Pops, and I almost did it in my pants, but I had to find a prison to do it, and I almost got a call from the Booty Bandit. But who wants to rob a trunk that has poo in it? I mean, the dollar store is no more. The 99-cent store of radio, where people went to their dreams. The stairway to the stars is over, Mr. President. People thought they could be the next Rush Limbaugh, the next Rick Dees, or Wally George, or Ron Jeremy. They're no longer going to have a place where they can be that shining star. And he just left us again. Have you been hearing what I'm saying, what I'm bloviating about?
Yeah, I have. And when I'm not busy being a general, I do go to the Dollar General.
Yes. It's like the $1.50. Things are changing drastically ever since the pandemic, and the things you cannot say anymore. The free speech, even on X, which they say is a free speech haven, you get in trouble there too. A lot of people claim that you do this or that. I have been punished many times unnecessarily and unfairly, even worse than BTR. These people are vile. The people who squeal on you and take you off are awful. Now, Mr. Levy, do you have anything else to add before I end this puppy like BTR is going to come to an end?
So I'm sitting here drinking a culture soda, culture pop, if you will. Do you have any judgment?
Me, I have no judgment of anybody who doesn't do me wrong. But those who do me wrong will feel my wrath. And they should feel my wrath and my BO. Is it now, Mr. President? The president has left again, and he keeps popping in and out like a absentee father who occasionally comes on Christmas to give the boys a Nerf football. Come on in, Mr. Levy, and give us that Nerf football.
Just to clear the record, I am not a father, though I wish I were.
Well, speak for yourself. I wish I could have a dog, but
yeah,
I haven't got
my dogs. I have 3 dogs, and I love being their puppy.
Yes, I think it's better than having a child, to be honest with you.
And it's better than having a 4th named Ibar.
Well, Ibar was a great dog. But, yes. So, what is next for President Levy? What dreams do you aspire?
Honestly, I don't believe in anything, Brian. I don't think that Zuckerberg is a real human. I don't think that a lot of things that you think are real are real. So to determine what is next, I don't think it's Jeffrey Bezos, though he is quite a good-looking guy.
Yes. He is a better-looking man bald than Zuckerberg is with a full fro.
His antennas also throw me off, Zuckerberg's.
Zuckerberg looks like he's never grown. He looks like a big 13-year-old, and he's never grown. Very silly man. But
a 13.
I don't think he even shaves yet. I think he is hairless.
I think he shaves his balls.
Good God, we're trying to get, as many listeners as we are. But anyone say anything on the chat here?
I think somebody commented Reddit.
Oh, Reddit. Back again, and okay, special guest is back on. But yes, the booze is flowing. No more will people be able to basically broadcast in their diaper filled with poo, broadcasting their stinky show, talking about the government and their stupid lives. And that's a sad day. President Levy.
Yes.
Do you have anything else that you want to add before I...
I thought you would do a little bit more about the disgrace. I wanted to hear from you because you have been a loyal supporter to what we do here at Blog Talk Radio. Look,
the change.
I just want to say to our listeners, you saintly masochists who tuned in despite the dropped calls, the garbled audio, and that guy, probably Dennis Dykes, who thought every episode would open with what is that song? Oh, Stairway to Heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You were the lifeblood of this chaos. Honestly, I'm speaking from the heart here. You deserved better. There were rumors we were going to join with Spreaker.
Yes.
Not, Brian. We kept you on hold. Okay? And now Blog Talk Radio itself. What can we say about you that hasn't already been muttered under someone's breath? Brian, we had all kinds of heroes, as I like to refer them to, but you were the glorious train wreck. If I were to describe it, I would say it was a freight train. Okay, a merit boy, or a misfit, a dumpster fire, perhaps. Does that resonate with you at all? A dumpster fire?
No doubt, a dumpster fire.
Okay. Occasionally burning bright. And can you still hear me?
I can hear you very well. I was
good.
It was a dumpster fire of hell, Joey.
Brian. But now it's time to snuff out the flames and let the ashes cool. Would you agree, Brian?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. It's the first time that you've heard Alan Levy out. Listen, BTR didn't fail. It's just become too real for industry, and industry prefers fake.
Yes.
Here's the deal, Brian. We're done. No comeback tours. By the way, if you ever went to an Eagles comeback tour, do you know they would the ushers would tell you to sit down?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that?
Really?
They didn't want you to make a fucking ruckus.
I wish we didn't use the F word.
Shut up! Shut up!
All right.
Okay. Anyways, all of you deserve better. There was a guy, Jewish producer, JP. He requested a marquee, and we never did it. We never did it.
Yes.
Forget that guy, Brian. He's done. And so are the requests. Anyways, we all deserved a little better. Goodbye, all of you beautiful people. I would never describe you as anything greater than people. You deserve to die standing on your feet, not in the shadow of some stupid faggot algorithm. Okay? I said it. Faggot algorithm. Now, get out there, make some noise wherever it is. I know it's not Blog Talk Radio. Maybe it's Spreaker. Maybe it's in your mother's basement.
Make it, man.
All right. Brian, that's all I got for tonight. I really thank you for the platform. I was refused by X. I was refused by Blue Sky. There are no blue skies. I don't buy it. But what do you say, my friend? And thank you again. I really appreciate you having me.
As president of BTR, I think you should go on X. But that's just me. Anyway, guys, I'm going to play us out with a song. And this is from a longtime troll, grifter extraordinaire, the greatest troll of all time on BTR. If you didn't know him, you should have. His name was Stabby McHugs.
1, 2, 3. He was the legend of the web we know. Stabby McHugs put on a show, trolling hard where the voices flow. BlogTalk Radio set to go. Dobby Daily gave him fame for free, talked about him endlessly. Mr. Midnight Movie took the cue, put Stabby on and views just grew. Stabby McHugs, what say you? Stirring trouble out of blue, laughing loud till the morning dew. Trolled the best and all they knew. Threads ablaze with his clever mirth, proof that trolls were more than worth. Never saw his face but read his prose, heart of fire beneath the screen's glow. In each comment left a spark, turning midnight into dark. Entertained with playful quirk, left his mark with every smirk. Stabby McHugs, what say you? Stirring trouble out of blue, laughing loud till the morning dew. Troll the best and all they knew. In each comment left a spark, turning midnight into dark. Entertained with playful quirk, left his mark with every smirk. Stabby McHugs, what say you? Stirring trouble out of blue, laughing loud till the morning dew. Trolled the best and all they knew.
Rest in peace, Blog Talk Radio. Rest in peace, Dennis Deitch. our Dyke. And rest in peace, Stabby McHuggs. Thank you.